Hello everyone and welcome to PPL VGC Season 1 Playoffs. After going 4-1 in the regular season, I managed to hold onto a third place ranking in the Fire Blast division. So quarterfinals is going to be against Godbear and the Chicago Phalanx from the Hyper Voice division. And he has a very strong team here. His round 1 pick was a male Basculegion, which is a terrifying breaker and cleaner with adaptability and last respects. From what I can tell, he likes to run Scarf on this guy, and me putting a Scarf on my own Basculegion to tie it won't be a reliable enough strategy to beat it. He also has Mega Kangaskhan, which provides Fake Out support and devastating breaking power, extra scary after I got destroyed by a regular Kangaskhan just last week. Alolan Ninetales for fast Aurora Veil support, and Hydreigon as another strong breaker with good matchups into my Delphox and Basculegion. Scovillain, I'm not super concerned about, with no obvious Sun support, is just a Rage Powder supporter, which I shouldn't have too much trouble with. Glimmora, another niche pick with poor defensive profile in my team, but it is pretty strong and rock coverage could be a big problem for Delphox specifically. Mudsdale, Bellibolt, and Chestnut fill out my opponent's bulky defensive core, and the only one I'm really concerned about is Chestnut, which can actually be pretty annoying with Leech Seed and can wall the standard Mega Venusaur set thanks to Bulletproof. Then we have Chandelure, which I think is going to be a big threat this week. It's pretty strong into my team with a generally good matchup into both of my Megas, as well as the ability to outspeed and threaten both Basculegion and Klefki. Mega Scizor is not the Mega I'm expecting to see, but it can be annoying specifically for some Mega Venusaur comps, and Alchemy can be cute with Decorate, but I'm not particularly expecting that. Definitely the most problematic part of their team is that top tier offense core, with Mega Kangaskhan at the center supporting Basculegion and Hydreigon with its strong priority. But outside of losing the priority war pretty hard, I do generally have the speed advantage at the very least, and I also have a really good offensive core of my own here, so I think I kind of like the matchup. So kicking off my team as usual, we're going with Mega Delphox doing its standard attacking thing. We're running just dual stabs with Heat Wave and Psychic as the attacking moves, and this hits a lot of my opponent's team pretty hard, notably denying Ninetales and Scizor from doing much of anything. Will-O-Wisp is here to shore up the Mega Kangaskhan matchup, both avoiding Sucker Punch and crippling Kangaskhan for the rest of the match, and then we have Protect in the last slot as usual. We have enough speed to outrun timid Ninetales, which allows Mega Delphox to run a modest nature and really lean into its breaking power. After I built this first set though, I realized this probably is not my default Mega for the matchup. Instead, we have Mega Venusaur, which just looks really nice here. This is a more offensive take on Mega Venusaur with near and max special attack modest to really muscle through my opponent's bulky team. Giga Drain, thanks to the investment, does huge damage to Basculegion, and Sludge Bomb covers nearly everything that resists Giga Drain. Weather Ball's use will become more obvious in a second, but for now keep in mind that an Ice-type Weather Ball in Ninetales Snow is massively threatening to Hydreigon, a Rain-boosted Weather Ball crushes Chandelure, and a Sun-boosted Weather Ball one-shots Mega Scizor. Then finally, we're running a bit of speed on this set as well as Chlorophyll as the ability. This outruns everything up through Scarf Chandelure if we're in the base form and Sun is up. I think that if Delphox looks really good as my Mega base form, Venusaur still has some potential to show up with that Sun speed control, alongside, of course, Klefki. This is dual weather Klefki with both Sunny Day and Rain Dance, as well as Thunder Wave, so we're basically just trying to be the ultimate speed control for any situation. So the main idea in changing the weather is to deny Ninetales from setting up Aurora Veil, and both Sun and Rain are going to be helpful to my team. Sun is obviously great for Delphox, and it gives me base Venusaur that Chlorophyll boost, and of course Weather Ball for that Scizor. Rain is for my Basculegion, which we'll get to in a second, but Venusaur also really appreciates the water type coverage with Weather Ball, as well as the nerfing of opposing fire moves. Thunder Wave is universal speed control regardless of what I have on the field, and Play Rough is my attacking move of choice because it is Klefki's best way to threaten Hydreigon. The Spadef investment, along with the Akaberry, guarantee that Klefki avoids the one-hit KO from modest Chandelure's Flamethrower even if the Sun is up, and the rest goes in the physical bulk to tank hits from that Mega Kangaskhan. Next up is the main reward for setting Rain with Klefki, Swift Swim Basculegion, which is here to outspeed and beat my opponent's Basculegion, which I'm decently sure is going to be Choice Scarf adaptability. My Basculegion Spell Tag boosted Shadow Ball has a good chance to one-hit KO his, and it's also just a solid offensive piece in general. Rain boosted Muddy Water is very strong into this matchup, even a little bit stronger than a weatherless adaptability Muddy Water, that's just because of how the multipliers add up. And we're left with Hydreigon and Bulletproof Chestnut resisting our dual stabs, so Ice Beam rounds out our 3-move coverage. We have enough speed to outrun Scarf Hydreigon while Rain is up, and max special attack modest gets us some pretty amazing damage into my opponent's team. Next, I wanted something that can put extra pressure on Kangaskhan, So bulky Conkeldurr is here for that role. This is a very specially defensive set with Citrus Berry, and it's pretty much meant to take any 2 hits my opponent can throw at me. That's pretty important since I wasn't able to fit Protect on this set. Instead, we're going with Bulk Up to set up and become even bulkier, Drain Punch for stab and recovery, Knock Off for coverage into the ghosts, and unfortunately I did have to run Brick Break since I ended up being pretty concerned about Aurora Veil as I got closer to the match. We also have Guts as the ability, which is likely to trigger if Glimmora shows up, and the speed investment is for a timid, paralyzed Chandelure. The main idea with this set is that if I have Conkeldurr out on the field against Kangaskhan, it's forced to pay attention to the Conkeldurr slot and allow my other slot to avoid a fake out or a big hit. And if we're able to set up with Bulk Up, we have very strong Drain Punches to throw around into my opponent's team. So the main game plan revolves around the combination of Klefki, Basculegion, Conkeldurr, and a Mega. So the last slot is not part of the core plan, but we still can get a lot of utility out of Weavile in this matchup. As usual, this is a Focus Sash set meant to apply offensive pressure. If I bring it, it's probably here over Conkeldurr, since it provides similar value in checking Mega's Kangaskhan and Hydreigon. Knockoff and Triple Axle are the old reliable stab moves, and Upper Hand is my method of keeping Kangaskhan in check by punishing its attempted fake outs and sucker punches. And we're actually missing fake out of our own. I switched it out for Rain Dance here, which gives me an extra option outside of Klefki to deny Ninetales Veil and set up for Basculegion. Stat points are the same as always for Weavile, max attack Jolly with enough speed for the next fastest threat, which in this case is the Ninetales. So that is going to do it for the team builder. Let's jump right into the PPL quarterfinals. Alright, we are in against Godbear of the Chicago Phalanx, facing off against Chandelure, Hydreigon, Scizor, okay. There's the Basculegion, along with Ninetales, and the Mega Kangaskhan. Okay, so no Glimmora is good to know. Didn't expect that thing to be too impactful, so it's not surprising to not see it show up. No Chestnut is honestly a huge relief. It means I don't have to rely on Belfox so much. No Bellybolt, no Mudsdale, kind of whatever, no Alchemy, whatever. Yeah, Chandelure's the big one that's like, I wasn't sure whether it would show up or not. Given that, I'm still worried about the Kangaskhan fake-out need, so I think Weavile is reasonable alongside maybe Venusaur? Or maybe Conkeldurr Venusaur. Venusaur threatens the Ninetales. And then maybe I'll have... It's either going to be Klefki Basculegion or Weavile Basculegion in the back, I think. Maybe I need Klefki for the sunny day, because that Scizor could be an issue. So I think that's what we're going to go with. Good luck, have fun to Godbear. So I have Venusaur, Klefki, and Bask. And we have, okay, interesting combination. Chandelure lead and the Kangaskhan. Okay, well, I definitely have to Mega here. Unfortunately, Venusaur can't really touch the Chandelure. That's kind of a tough spot to start with. Dang. I guess I'll just go for a Sludge Bomb. I could protect Venusaur. And just go for a knockoff into the Chandelure. I think that's not too bad a play. Conkeldurr's pretty bulky, so even if it's a big Chandelure hit coming into it, we should be okay. We're bulky on the special side. Kangaskhan does Mega. Cool. We're gonna Mega ourselves. And let's see what just happens on this turn. I would imagine Fake Out into Conkeldurr, maybe? It does Fake Out the Conkeldurr. Unfortunately, not much I could have done about that. Oh, it just goes for Psychic into me. Okay, interesting. I do live. So that's lucky. Protect on Venusaur did go to waste, unfortunately.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to Sludge Bomb into probably the Kingscon. And then I'm going to switch out to Klefki, get probably Rain going, so that I can actually hit the Chandelure with a Weather Ball. And if anything, it should be a Psychic coming out, so we'll see about that. So that was a good play on their part, for sure. That was a great turn one for them. They Psychic into, yep, Venusaur. That makes sense. Do they double into Venusaur? Because that'd be smart. Okay, they wanted to take out the Conkeldurr. That makes sense, too. Okay. We do get a Sludge Bomb off on the Kingscon. That's good damage and a Poison. Not bad. I don't even know if I wanted that Poison necessarily, if I'm being honest. Let's see. Do I want to protect Venusaur? That turn one, like, bad protect on the Venusaur definitely set me back quite a bit. I'm thinking about going for a Thunder Wave into the Shandy. Like, I'm kind of okay with Klefki going down here. They do switch out the Chandelure. Interesting. We got it's the Hydreigon. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. They probably read this Protect, right? If I had to guess. Double Edge. Oh, they did not read the Protect. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. Interestingly enough, if the Kingscon does get a successful Double Edge off in Venusaur, it will die to Poison next turn. That's kind of good to know. I think I might just sack off the Conkeldurr, though. I'm not sure what it's doing with that little health. So I'm going to switch out to Conkeldurr. And it is certainly possible that Klefki's allowed to survive the turn. We can get a Play Rough on the Hydreigon? I don't know, though. Could be a double down, which would be pretty bad. Because Hydreigon kind of beats the rest of my team. Dark Pulse goes into the Conkeldurr. Yeah, we take that alright. What does the Kangaskhan do? They double into the Conkeldurr. I'm okay with that, I think. It's Roselli Berry on that guy, that makes sense. And then does... Yeah, Kangaskhan does go down. So that's a Venusaur KO. I'm thinking Basky Legion here. Kinda has to be. We have... There's the Chandelure. Okay, this feels like a good position for me. I just have to go for... Man, Muddy Water... I think I might protect. I think I have to hope that Klefki survives the turn. And we go for a Play Rough into the Hydreigon. I should live a Fire move from the Chandelure. Actually, that's... I don't know if we do. I don't know. I think I might just have to go for my Muddy Water. Going a long time. We got it, though. Let's see what happens here. I don't know the calc offhand on the Hydreigon, but maybe this will KO it? I doubt it. We do KO the Chandelure. That's pretty nice. Okay, what does Hydreigon do? Goes for Tailwind. Interesting. So it's down to Hydreigon and its partner, which is probably going to be Basculegion, if I have to guess. Yeah, there's a Basque Legion. So to offset the Tailwind, I'm definitely going to go for... Well, so I want to go for a Thunder Wave here. Klefki's probably going down. I guess it depends on whether or not Basque Legion can tank a Hydreigon Dark Pulse. That doesn't sound like something I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Thunder Wave and then the Basque Legion. It has to be Scarf, right? They protect the Basque Legion. So do I. What does the Hydreigon do this turn? I should have targeted into it with the Whiff, I guess. Dark Pulse, yeah. Let's just see if Basque Legion taking a Dark Pulse. Oh, notably it's not Scarf on the Basque Legion. That's good to know. So my Basque Legion against Hydreigon. Dark Pulse actually does not do it, which is kind of cool. I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball into that slot, and... Well, actually... Shoot, I don't know what to do. Yeah, we'll go for a Shadow Ball into the other Basque Legion. I think I need to take it out. And we'll Thunder Wave it too, so that it's slow. Timid Hydreigon actually can't KO my Basque Legion with Dark Pulse. If it's a boosting item, then you got... It's not a boosting item, it's Roselli. Okay, is it like Sash on that Basque Legion, maybe? It's not. Okay. Cool. Alright, so my Basque takes out his... And it's just down to Hydreigon. It's kind of a weird situation, though. Rain's up for 2 turns, Tailwind's up for 1. So actually that's fine, I think. I'll just protect on Basque Legion, and I'll just go for the play rough with Klefki. This just affects Diff, which is playoffs, so whatever. But yeah, their Tailwind runs out here. I still have a turn of Rain. We should be good. Alright. And does Klefki hit this? It doesn't, so looks like Basque Legion's getting the KO. That is just fine. We'll just go for a Shadow Ball. Don't reveal Ice Beam yet. And just, yeah, sure, play off. 8 goes for Protect. I'll just reset up the Rain next turn. That's not a big deal. And yeah, we have game 1. So Chandelure, definitely a big problem. Let's start off there. Yeah, just set up the Rain. But good. It's good that my Basque Legion kind of came in clutch there. Got a Swift Swim boost, so very nice. And I'm glad I brought the double speed control with Rain Dance Thunder Wave with the Klefki. Alright, very good. Cool, so gotta start thinking about game 2 here. So, yeah, of course that Chandelure was a big potential problem. We can't just lead Basque Legion Klefki, though, against it, because we do run into issues with the fake-out Kangaskhan again. Delphox also runs into issues against the Kangaskhan. Weavile is maybe okay in the matchup, actually. And in fact, I mean, Weavile Basque Legion would be pretty funny. Oh, no. Okay, I guess we gotta get back into the room here. Yeah, but Weavile Basque Legion can be funny for Rain from Weavile, of all things. But yeah, okay. Let's get right into it again. That all looks great. Uncle Derp really didn't do much, huh? Oh, and without Protect, it's so tough into that fake out start. You could keep Conkeldurr in the back, maybe, because it does match up great into the Hydreigon. Or we could just switch out for Weavile and play kind of the same game. I don't know if that's advisable. Maybe, right? I think I'm willing to try it. Weavile, Venusaur lead. This is rough against Scizor. I'd have to like pivot to Klefki to get the Sun set up for Weather Ball, but we'll see if it works. All right. So Weavile, Venusaur, Klefki, Fast Legion. All right. Having a fast guy for that potential lead combo, I think is very nice. We see Hydreigon and Ninetales. Okay. We know it's Roselli Hydreigon. Actually, you know what? I think I want to Rain Dance with this guy. There's no way you're just letting Hydreigon take a triple axle, right? You have to protect it. And then I'm gonna just hit the Ninetales with everything I got. With this Sludge Bomb. This feels good. Okay, what do we got? Ninetales protects. Is it a double protect? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So I'm thinking it could be Mega Scizor that can come in and take that triple axle. I might double into the Hydreigon slot just because the switch seems pretty darn likely. They're threatened on both sides here, though. I just don't know what they're planning on doing. I think I'm gonna see if I can. I'll double into it. They switch out the Ninetales, sure. There's a Basky Legion, okay. Okay, if I don't... knock on wood here. So, we do take out the Hydreigon. Basky Legion's out. We're gonna get a Weather Ball off. Kind of revealing the tech before anything too exciting can happen with it, but that's fine. That was just my best damage into a potential Scizor incoming. And what do we get here? It's the Chandelure, okay. It is in rain, so that's actually pretty nice. Chandelure... I should have noted this better in Game 1, but I don't actually remember if it is Scarfed or not. I'm going to go for knock off into that slot, though, and I'll Giga Drain the Basky Legion. If we see a double into Venusaur, that's actually really unfortunate. To the point where I'm actually willing to protect Venusaur instead. That might be where they're going for. Psychic into something. Aqua Jet. Okay. Is it? Heat Wave. Okay. Yeah, they do KO the Weavile. Unfortunate. So we do know it's Scarf then. Alright. Luckily, though, with Basky Legion here, 2 turns of rain left. Ninetales could always switch in, though. I think Ninetales will be switching in, actually. think I'm going to protect my Basket Legion. I think that they're going to target a Last Respects into that slot. And I could go for a Giga Drain into that other Basket Legion. Let's just make sure that KO'd from here. It should. Because I'm expecting Ninetales to switch in to reset the weather. This is my play, I think. They might protect themselves. Yeah, they do withdraw the Chandelure. I really need to preserve Basket Legion, so this is good that I got this way. We're protecting. They should be faster than me, so I don't think they protected. They went for Last Respects. Yes. Okay. And we do get a KO on it. Perfect. All right. Good job, Venusaur. And they're down to the last two guys. I think I need to switch Basket Legion out into Klefki here. And then... yeah, Basket Legion is so important here. We're going to Sludge Bomb probably into the Ninetales. Chandelure Psychic's going to do a pretty good amount. But I'll take it, and I don't think Ninetales can do too much to me. You could Encore Venusaur, that'd be a little unfortunate. Chandelure missed something. Oh, no, we just have Yakka Berry, right. So it's locked into Scarf Heat Wave. That feels good for me. Encore, they Encored the Protects. We're good. Sludge Bomb into the Ninetales. Is it Sash Ninetales? Oh, it is. Cool. No poison is pretty reasonable. I'm going to click Rain Dance. And with Rain Dance out there, I don't think I'm too worried about the Chandelure. Venusaur can take 2 in Rain, definitely. So I'm just gonna go for the Sludge Bomb into the Ninetales. Ah, I could protect though. Maybe I should have just targeted it. No protect on the Ninetales though. Rain Dance came out first. Heat Wave missed something this time. The Klefki. That's fine, I think. Yeah, Venusaur took nothing from that one. Blizzard, okay. And no freeze. Okay, cool. Alright, there we go. So Venusaur KOs Ninetales. And we have, like, so many turns of rain left here. So, no matter what happens, we're fine. I'm just going to T-Wave into the Chandelure. And we get a nice little Weather Ball to maybe finish off the game. It should. But yeah, no matter what happens with these guys, Basket Legion is always waiting in the back. So I think we're fine. Yeah, look at that water move. Very nice. Okay. Venusaur KOs the Chandelure, and that's quarters. All right, we did it. Cool. So took a 2-0 win. That's the first time this whole season that I have taken a 2-0 instead of a 2-1. Kind of crazy. But yeah, good games. 2 God Bear. It was pretty fun. And yeah, glad it went well for me here. I think Venusaur is definitely amazing, and so was Basket Legion. I think Swift Swim Basket Legion was definitely the correct call. So, very happy with it. With all that said, we're in semis, which I'm so happy with. So, I will see you guys then.